When I found out I had Indigenous heritage and was a member of the Patawomeck tribe, I was just intrigued by the story. It had been a secret in my father's life. He had known, of course, that his grandmother was a member of the Patawomeck tribe and that she was Indian, but he had kept it secret because at the time he was born in 1935, you could not reveal you were Indian. On your birth certificate, you had to identify as, at that time, white or colored. And if you were colored, you couldn't go to school, you couldn't own land. And his parents and other Indigenous parents in Virginia wanted their children to go to school. So they had the midwives mark their birth certificates as white. So it became a secret for him. He was warned when he went to school, don't tell the principal, don't tell the teacher, they'll try to trick you, they'll try to find out. And he held it close to his chest for nearly 70 years. I was almost 50 years old when very casually one night at dinner, my father mentioned his Indian grandmother. And I said, Daddy, wait, full stop. What are you talking about? I distinctly remember being in 4th grade and asking about my heritage. And he said, well, it was a secret. I was told from a young age not to tell. But he had gotten to the point in his life where he had to tell it. And he wanted us to know. And from that moment on, it was all I could do to learn everything I could about the tribe. So I read books and documents and dug on the internet and asked tribal elders, tell me this story. And when I heard about the oral tradition, I was just mesmerized by the tale of these 2 women or 3 women who had been sold into slavery when all their men in the tribe were killed and had then made it back somehow, some way, against all odds, back to their homeland. And I kept wanting to read that book. Where is that book that tells the story? And then I ran into a quote by Toni Morrison who said, if there's a book you want to read and it hasn't been written, it's up to you to write it. And so then I began in earnest imagining what these women went through, what did it look like, how did they feel, and also wanting to capture the culture that had been lost, the language, their names possibly. What were their daily habits? What was it like to live in 1666 in the Patawomeck village?
Good.